Hello and welcome to Sid Meier's Pirates, and this will be part 1. In the last part, which was an introduction part, we went through the basics of some gameplay elements, and as they become relevant, we'll go through other gameplay elements. But let's check the map first. Okie dokie. I think one of the more popular destinations early game is Saint-Jean, whatever it's called, Saint-Jean, I would assume, something like that, which is a good source of shipping. So let us sail up that way and see if we can do a bit of ship fishing, so to speak. I mean, considering the game is from 2005, I do think it still looks quite enchanting in its own way. I don't want to. The shoals are not just a pretty thing. Depending on the draft of your ship, they may or may not be torn apart by sailing across the shoals, so you want to avoid doing that. Is that a pirate? No, that's a smuggler. Not exactly the same thing. The original game, you wouldn't have all the other ships sailing around. You sailed around and then you would get a warning of a sail on the horizon, and then you could choose to investigate and ignore it. And unless it was a very, very aggressive either pirate or pirate hunter, you would probably get away at that point. But on this version, you can see things quite clearly ahead of time, and it makes it somewhat easier to avoid ships you don't want to avoid. You can chase into a chase view, by the way, which is rather funky, but that's all there is to that. That looks like a trade gun. Let's say hi. So, ship combat. You have cannons. Surprise. You have round shots loaded, which will damage a ship's hull if you can actually hit. I should have hit there, I suppose, but no, man. Oh, keep forgetting the angles can be a bit. Anyway, round shots are there to damage the ship's hull, and cannons mainly. You have other shots available like grape shot. Naughty, naughty. Which is basically a 17th century shotgun. If you can again hit, it will mainly target crew. And of course, by weakening the crew, you might encourage them not to fight you. The ships collide when a mighty crash. The demoralized crew quickly surrenders. A healthy haul of gold and plunders are yours for the taking. Bearing in mind, of course, this is a trade ship. They are not necessarily geared for combat. If you get up against warships, that's a completely different story. Many of them will take the fight to you anyway. Unless, of course, you're putting to the point where the next salvo will cause the ship to blow up. But of course, if you sail around with a ship with 32 cannons, then that threshold can be rather delicate. Anyway, your courage has impressed the enemy. An eager group of 10 sailors volunteered to join your crew of 65. We probably want them because we want to keep the ship, if nothing else than to store the cargo we're bound to get. Here you get an overview of the stuff you plundered, what cargo they have, and your total cargo. Sorry, the space in hold. This space in hold is assuming you're keeping the ship. If you choose not to, then we don't have as much, but we're going to keep her. We need 17 of our 67 available crews to keep us sailing. So, if we get in combat again, we will have 50 on our flagship. It's just something to be aware of because certain ships require an awful lot of crew, and you don't want to engage a frigate with 12 crew members and 4 guns. No, you don't want to do that. So, let us take it all. Carry on. We can probably fish for yet another ship. Some players would just charge in and take the fight with the captain immediately to preserve the ship, but to be honest, I think it's a boring way. Part of the invasion force. Do I want to deal with warship? I am not sure I want to. Should I be brave or stupid? Let's be brave and stupid. It's the Spanish war galleon. It's probably got quite a few men, quite a few cannons, and quite skilled crew. Let's be stupid. Yeah, only 16 guns, but the 200 men is not good if we get into fight with them. Okay, of course, if they hit, then 16 guns are plenty for a slope. Let's see if we can reduce the amount of men we are going to fight by shotgunning them. Hitting would help, I've been told. Oops, I had a feeling he would do that. So, we get to display the ship combat, or the sword dueling, something you will end up doing an awful lot. I need to quickly explain, there are 2 fights going on at the same time. The fight between the enemy crew and your crew, and the fight between you and the enemy captain. Your crew can lose as long as you win the fight, you will win the overall fight. But the thing is, if your or the enemy's crew are ever reduced to 1 man, then the next time that character gets hit, they will automatically surrender. And of course, because they have 4 times as many men as we have, our crew might dwindle rather quickly, so we have to get this done as soon as possible. You have 3 different weapons available, but honestly you only have 1. Can't afford to do that. Losing men by the numbers. Come on. Oh, come on. Come on, please. Got 18 crew members left. And we won the fight. The fight bully. The problem is, of course, because this is crew transport basically and warship, then it won't be carrying a lot of money or a lot of goods. It will just have the food necessary to feed the crew for the journey. And 605 gold pieces. What should we do with the enemy ship, Captain? We are short 10 crews to keep our fleet sailing at full speed. I want to keep her. It is a combat ship, but in truth, the Spanish combat ships weren't very good. I'm pretty sure I can choose to abandon the ship from the fleet screen if I want to. We'll take it and see how it looks. Come on, please. Continue. Okay, we are absolutely crawling now. Not good. But we got 35 crew members left. Now it could be fun if we were chased by a pirate hunter, couldn't it? I assume the French might be happy about the fact that we have intercepted an invasion force. I would have preferred to do it with a slightly larger ship. But, you know, makes me a daring captain. So, you know what, we want to go to St. Kitts as soon as possible, just to get rid of at least one of the ships. Come on, please. Probably get some more crew. I should quickly mention the interface. Fame, as you do deeds and get rewarded for it, or find treasures and whatnot, your fame will increase. The more famous you are, the more popular and unpopular you are, depending on whose aspect you're watching it from. Your current sailing speed, 8 knots, 1208, that's our gold. Food supply, how much food we have. So this is 36 months at the moment, and our crew and their status. We have 35 crew and they are smiley face. And you want to keep that smiley face going virtually all the time. When they're very happy or very happy, you are in good hands. When they start being content, you have to be a bit concerned. And if they start getting unhappy, the next one is angry. And if they are angry, they will most likely mutiny. You don't want that happening. It's costly. You lose some, you probably lose a ship and probably lose some money. It's not worth it. Try to keep your crew happy. But the way crew worked back then was they were hired not for a monthly wage or an hourly rate or anything. They were hired for a part of the or share of the loot once it was divided after a journey. And of course, the more crew members available, the more money has to be available in order to keep them happy, because 2,000 men sharing 20 gold is probably not going to be very impressive for anyone. And therein lies the crew challenge. It's relatively easy to amass a large crew, but keeping them happy is a completely different story. And of course, food. That's a very important aspect as well. If you have 800 men, you will discover that they go through food at an alarming rate. A starving crew out in the middle of nowhere, you probably don't want that either. One last thing to mention in that regard. At one point or another, no matter how much they love the sea and love being on the ship and hate landlubbers and hate land, blah, 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 at one point or another, they want to settle for a bit, at least long enough to spend their money in the taverns and other entertainment venues. And at one point or another, you just cannot keep your crew happy no matter what you do. But the larger the crew, the more gold you have to take in continuously, which is another aspect that makes being a non-pirate pirate very, very difficult. Because you need enough crew to man the ships, but you are not going to gain enough money in big chunks in order to actually positively affect the morale. So, yeah, enough talk. That's another aspect that's been removed from the original game, which was historical voyages, where you could play one of the famous pirates or infamous pirates, and there's one of them that gives you an option to play with a crew of 1,200. You just want to go out and do whatever you can with that crew and cut the journey quickly after that, because you cannot keep them happy. You just cannot keep them happy. Anyway, we should probably visit the trade with the merchant first. Sugar? No, mind. Probably get rid of some of all these guns. We don't need that many guns. We cannot use them. Our current ship. Probably get rid of some food as well. I know it seems a bit, but we have only got so much space in our default ship. Conceal with a shipwright. We should probably repair our ship. We can upgrade it with fine grading powder, which will make our guns fire. Where is that? Let's sell that one. And sell this one. On second thoughts, no. 20 ton of cargo we have to get rid of. So let's get rid of a few more guns. Yeah? Of course, yeah. Was that enough? Ah, 5 tons more. Okay, we'll just sell 5 tons. No, wrong person. Merchant, thank you. Carry on. Now we can sell it. Sell. Okay. So to show off the reward system, I can now go and speak to the governor, just to give you an idea of how it works. My dear Mr. Wolf, please come in. As you know, we are at war with the evil Spanish and the slimy French. I understand that recently you intercepted a Spanish invasion force and you captured a Spanish trade galleon. Excellent, the king will be pleased. In recognition of your service to the English crown, I'm pleased to promote you to the rank of captain. Congratulations, and then of course in brackets, as a result, crew recruiting will be easy on English ports. The governor's rather plain daughter enters the room. She seems quite taken with you and invites you to this evening's grand ball. Do you accept her invitation or be a hasty retreat? It's worth doing. I too find this minigame a bit enjoyable. The first few times you do things, even at this difficulty level, it will give you some sort of guide, but the dancing is accomplished by reading hand signals from your partner. And there is a few different. She will mention the type of music being played, and that is what dictates the dance that you have to go through. And they are fixed routines, but you still have to learn them. And yeah, as I said, I actually found it rather cute in its own way. So let's go through it. If you time it properly, you will do a flourish, as you can see. And that will increase the heart meter at the top of the screen. More than just doing the correct moves. And you want them to find you to be extremely charming. Oops. I do like that, I have to admit. Don't want to screw up though. Whoops. Need some flourishes now to recover from that. Don't think that impressed her very much. Oh, it was enough. Easily pleased. My, Captain Wolf, you are such a charming rogue. I have information that may interest you. A 1,000 gold reward is offered for a certain Mr. A. Chatterley, who is wanted by the crown for indecency. Is he? Never mind. I have reason to believe he's hiding in the city of Montserrat. The tavern keeper there will assist you. Excellent, I will note that in my log. This is another addition to this game. It makes it somewhat easier to be legit, but again, being legit is surprisingly difficult in this game. So, let us visit the tavern. We probably need a bit more than 35 crew members. Despite the booming economy, an adventurous band of 17. Well, we'll take every man we can get. Of course, the more famous you are, the more crew members you'll usually be offered. Mysterious Traveler offers to sell you part of a secret map showing the location of the pirate Jean Latif's buried treasure for 300 gold. I'll take it. As you can see, this one comes in 2 parts, and sometimes you get the good part showing whereabouts you will need to look for, but which area you need to search for the treasure in. You will find on the sea that there are certain things called things like Skull Rock and Blood Rock and whatever. Those are pirate treasure landmarks. But without the maps, you can't find them. You can't go out randomly and find them, as far as I know. But we still need the second part to get any detail, so you can actually go and find his treasure and annoy him gravely in the process. What about her? It's rumored that there's a skilled sailmaker. Interesting. I might need to intercept that one there. A sailmaker will basically repair sails during sailing, while sailing, so if you have any sail damage, which is very easy to get in ship combat, then it can be restored over time. Okay, cool. So, sail, we quickly pause. Here we have our quests. That's a treasure map, or part of it at least, and the guy's been naughty who's hiding in Montserrat. So, before we end this part, we are going to deal with that. So you can find that Philippe. The Spanish smuggler, is that the... That's Philippe. Oh, 12 guns, 122 men, you know, so be it. We'll take it. Or we will get absolutely mauled. I don't know which one is the case. I'm skilled at evading, he says, and then takes a full broadside. Brigantine is such a poor ship. I'm sorry to say it. It's a lot of pirates seem to favor it, and it's absolutely horrible in ship-to-ship combat. Either you want something like a sloop, or you want something like a frigate. You don't want those in-between cardboard ships. It's heavy, maneuvers poorly, and he's blowing this. He uses smithereens at the moment. I'll need his sailmaker. Okay, you know what? This is going to be rather painful. I'm trying to get in close. Come on, surrender, you ship, you. This is. Those things being knocked off the ships, by the way, is not just a random thing. By picking up the men, you can actually gain crew members, and by picking up the barrels, you can get 50 gold pieces per thing you pick up. Okay, you know what? This is getting rather old now. Surrender your ship before the sun sets, because that will end the battle, and we will. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to do this, right? Because he insists. Come on. This is just a boxing match. Come on, surrender. You have no crew left. I think he's. You know what? Let's lower the sails. Hopefully, get a better angle so we can actually get into him. And now we can raise the sails. Come on. Shot at point blank range. Okay, it's going to be settled with a duel. Found it. Haha, fancy ducking. And again, what if the Spanish crewman is a crewman? It's crewman, isn't it crewman? Well, anyway, it's a skilled sailmaker who can make sail repairs at sea. He's quickly persuaded to join our crew. Why am I not surprised? Because a barmaid told me. That's why. Okay, let's keep her. Take on and keep her. Again, food and guns. Oh well. Was Montserrat. We need to speak to a French governor anyway, so come on. Okay. Come on, keep up you. Of course, the issue with only going after the Spanish is the fact that they do not have frigates. Frigates, whatever. They use galleons instead, and galleons compared to frigates are not very good combat vessels. So I might have to jump a European nation at one point if I see a frigate and I feel I can take it. But they are patrol ships or warships. They are not easy and they can pack quite a punch. But before we do anything else, let's go and visit the tavern first.
Yes.
I heard amazing news of your family, which I'll reveal to you for 1,000 gold. I don't have the money right now. I'm sorry. I probably do have the money, but not enough to spend right now. It is rumored that there's a skilled cook on board the Desire. I'm not going to go after an English ship. The bartender motions you over. The libertine A. Chatterley is hiding in the back. If you wish, I will take you to him. Yes, he must answer to me. And another duel. You have found me at last, Mr. Wolf, but you will regret crossing swords with me. On guard. They tend to use cutlasses, which are slow and sluggish weapons. So, the more the merrier. If I respond to what he's doing, then might help. Voila! You are Master Swordsman. Sir, I will return to face justice in St. Kitts. You certainly earned your reward 1,000 gold, but perhaps a gift of this rare weather glass will encourage you to overlook the overblown charges against me. I might attempt to take that offer because 1,000 gold is not an awful lot, but then again, you know... Nah, I'm not going to break my word then. I'm sorry. Must stand trial. So, let us trade with the merchant. The food is good. Cheap luxuries. Oh, 33 tons of luxuries. You know what, let's just sell them. 5,000 gold. Not too bad. Cannons are not worth an awful lot, but they take up weight. So, let's see. Shipwright. Hull damage 88%? That's not good. We need to repair that. I'm sorry, but we will need to repair it. If they are getting remotely damaged, the sell value drops like a rock. We still have 8 tons too much cargo though. I don't necessarily want to spend 800 gold repairing it. This is why a lot of players would be encouraged to just go in and try to engage the enemy and take the ship without combat. But I think it makes for boring, which was dull and boring in one word, by the way. New word I just, it's boring. Yeah. I think it makes for rather dull viewing without the ship combat. Sometimes you want to blow them up just because you like to look at the fireworks. Anyway, carry on, and then we can speak to the governor. My dear Mr. Wolf, please come in. I'm not going to try and do some fake French accent. I don't mean to insult anyone. You may be interested to know. Yeah, I know. I understand the reason you captured a Spanish brigantine and you intercepted a Spanish invasion force. Excellent. And of course, I got credit for that, and that's a 2 for 1. We promoted to captain. The governor's attractive daughter enters the room. My, Mr. Wolf, you are quite a handsome young ruffian. Perhaps you have achieved the rank of colonel. You may escort me to the grand ball. Fortune seeker. The plain ones will accept you from captain. The attractive one will want you to be colonel. And the beautiful ones will want you to be a baron in order to dance with you. If I'm not mistaken, there used to be is there 4 ranks in this? There used to be 4 ranks in the original game. And it's when you retire, the beautifulness of your wife adds directly to it. Yeah. They had to measure it in some way, I suppose, but whatever. Beauty is a strange measuring stick, but whatever. Anyway, we've done what we came for, so I think I'm going to be sailing away, pausing the game and call this a video here, and say hope you're finding this remotely enjoyable. Thanks for watching, take care, see you next time, bye bye for now.